little baby Gemsbok is just starting to walk. It's kind of bouncing around down there. And you see how it's a totally, look at it go, how cute. Oh my goodness. You see how it's a totally different color than the adults because it's a color that will blend in really nicely to the environment. They can hide it. Oh, look at it bouncing. What a cute baby. Boy, that one's healthy. That's very cool. That little baby, its horns are already starting to sprout, believe it or not. They start sprouting almost immediately after they're born. Oh my goodness, it's having fun down there. And here are the Patterson Zealand from up top, a lot closer here. Now the males can weigh up to 1,200 pounds. These are really gigantic antelope. But don't let their size fool you either. If startled from a standing position, a Patterson Zealand can jump vertically 9 feet straight up into the air. And that's without a running start. Okay, the next animals that we're going to see are shaggy brown-coated animals with an elliptical circle on their rumps. These are the Ellipsan waterbuck. They have an oily secretion in their coat that helps with their water adaptation. It actually helps them to dry off very quickly when they get out of the water. And when they go in for a swim, well, it'll trap little tiny air bubbles and help them to float better. Okay, well, you've got a big hint right now. What are these very large objects over here? These are eggs, and can anybody tell me what bird laid those eggs? Yeah, that's right. Those are ostrich eggs. That's the largest egg in the world, and it was laid there by the largest bird in the world. Boy, they need to get their nesting habits. They got 2 eggs laid out in the open there. The keepers will probably help put them together for them. This is the largest single cell in existence, an ostrich egg. And those eggs are so strong that a grown man could stand on top of one and it wouldn't break. But you know that ostrich back there weighs between 250 and 300 pounds. And sitting on the eggs, they don't break them either. Oh, there's a little baby Ellipsan waterbuck out there. Very cute. Under the tree in the shade. 2 of them actually. Well, you know, we have quite a few babies here, and there's a really good reason for this. Our first and foremost reason for being here is as a breeding facility for the San Diego Zoo. And this all came about because of the vision of just one person. His name was Dr. Charles Schroeder. He was a veterinarian with the zoo, the San Diego Zoo, and he was the director of that zoo for over 2 decades. Well, about 50 years ago, Dr. Schroeder envisioned a place where animals could roam freely to be bred, so that they wouldn't have to be taken from their natural environment for study and research. Also, endangered species of animals could be bred for species survival plans for reintroduction throughout the world. We saw some of those animals today, for instance, the addax that's in the Sahelo-Saharan project. Well, you can see Dr. Schroeder's dream truly became a reality. The San Diego Zoo's Wild Animal Park is one of the world's foremost breeding facilities for endangered species of animals. And we have numerous world records for the sheer numbers of animals that we've contributed to these species survival programs throughout the world. In 1972, the doors of the Wild Animal Park were open to the public so that people like you who would enjoy coming to see them firsthand could do so, learn about them, and hear about their stories. I'd like to thank all of you for having this interest in our animals, because every single thing that you see here is made possible by you. It's through your memberships, admission into the park, and other charitable contributions, just to name a few, that all things you see here are possible. That's because the San Diego Zoo is a not-for-profit organization. So I want to thank you at this point for coming, and I also want you to know that while you're having a great time, lots of fun today, you can also feel really good about it at the same time. That over there is our photo caravan. It's a real fun way to get up and close to the animals. They'll bring a cache on board as well, so that you can maybe get a chance to feed it to some of the giraffes. Or if you go into the Asian exhibit, they'll bring little sliced apples so you can feed them to the greater one-horn rhinos by hand. And here's our little baby Rothschild giraffe. Aren't they adorable? We have 4 of them out here. Now, baby giraffes, when they're born, are 5.5 to 6 feet tall. Wow. And that's because they have to be able to reach for mom's milk. Female giraffes do not lay down to feed their babies. They're always standing like this. baby giraffe in the first year of life, well, they grow about 1 foot every single month. It's their strategy for survival in the wild, to get as big as they can, as quickly as they can. And right here on the right-hand side, this is Saba. This is the big daddy right here. He's sitting down. Saba is about 18 feet tall. He came to us from the Florida